It's Update Monday! You don't know, but I genuinely almost fell. What's going on with ya, big dog? And it is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope that your day is going phenomenal, but if it isn't, don't let what happened at the beginning of your day ruin the rest of your day. Speaking of days, it is Update Monday, and it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 months in 1 week of kicking rheumatoid arthritis' ass? No cap, big dog, it's almost been a year, so cut me some slack. I actually go back to last week's video sometimes to figure out how many weeks it's been. It's been that long. If there's anything that I want to share with you guys today to help you better your life, it is 100% perspective. I know some people may not be in the best situations right now, but it genuinely depends on how you look at that situation. That is going to play a pretty big part of your outcome, as well as your mindset on obtaining that outcome, which will in turn allow you to be in a better situation. Complaining about your situation doesn't normally help. Take, for example, I know a guy, man. He works out every day, eats 3 times, has a nice bed to lay on. He even has sex about 2 or 3 times a week. The problem? He always complaining about being in prison, dog. I mean, come on, you can't have everything, right? I shouldn't have told you guys that. That was a joke somebody told me. But in all seriousness, changing your perspective can have a huge benefit, not only to your mental overall health, but working on being in a better situation with a changed perspective definitely helps you get to that place you want to be a lot better. Just like how we're going to talk about the perspective of the top 5 meta decks post the May 2022 Forbidden List. I know last week we talked about the top 5 meta decks post the new set, which is going to be Dimension Force, but the Forbidden List kind of changes things. So in this video, we're going to be going over a revised version, as well as using some of the analytics that happened over this weekend with some huge events. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in and start talking about these strategies. So, you've come crawling back. Despicable. But how's Squamata doing? One thing you're gonna have to learn about this format, something that all of these decks have in common, is that they make you look dumb for playing cards like hand traps. Hand traps aren't necessarily in a bad spot, but every single one of these strategies can either finish the board without the perfect hand trap, or they kind of skirt them entirely. With that being said, Floowandereeze is easily a top meta deck inside of this format, and there's a couple of reasons why. If a second place finish at the biggest regionals last weekend doesn't solidify it, I have to say, Floowandereeze has grown from a little boy running around playing with trains to a young Tommy rocking a Tommy gun with so much ammunition you won't be able to move. Literally, you're not gonna play your turn. It was already bad enough that cards like Dimensional Shifter, being able to banish every card sent to the graveyard would end most of the deck's turn. There's also Harpy's Featherstorm, preventing you from using any monster effect during the entire turn. Now, a smart player has innovated another card for the Floowandereeze strategy. Harpy Harpus gains its effect upon normal summon to bounce winged beast monsters on the field to the hand, to bounce problematic threats on your opponent's side of the field to the hand. It's a fucking Harpy card too. This card not only turns on your Harpy's Featherstorm in hand, allowing you to prevent your opponent from stopping you with monster effects, it can also recur winged beast monsters in the graveyard. I really want to see what King Cali has to say about this. He's probably fighting the air right now. I'm not upset, you're upset. I hate Cali to die. While King Cali is recovering from his temper tantrum, another strategy that I genuinely feel is the best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually the best Therion variant in my opinion. Sunavalon is actually incredible. This deck, oh my god.
I mean, before we were saying Therion and Therion variants, but this is ridiculously good, and not enough people knows what this deck does. The Sunavalon strategy is a 1-card combo. That's right, all it needs is Sunseed Genius Loki to be able to go full combo, which is going to equal 4 disruptions. The ability to stop your opponent from using a monster effect, you can tribute off your opponent's monster, you can also bounce an opponent's effect monster, and you have a walking searchable skill drain. Es no bueno. On top of that, you still have 4 other cards in your hand, and being able to assess Sunseed Genius Loki is fairly easy. Not only is it just drawing it forehead, there's cards like Unexpected Die and of course Lone Fire Blossom, which can get you into this card quickly. And to tell you guys the truth, this has always been the Sunavalon strategy. In 1 card, it can make this full 4-force 4 disruption boards. The problems with it before is that it was fairly weak to hand traps, but now because of the Dimension 4 set, not only can it summon Therion King Regilex beforehand, it can also search Therion King Regilex as a part of this combo as a form of disruption. There's also the Adventure Token package, being able to summon Wandering Griffin Rider to your side of the field before your opponent can disrupt you, meaning that they'll have to have 2 hand traps, and theoretically, that's not always going to happen, meaning that this deck is going to have an even bigger chance of making its full-fledged board. The Sunavalon strategy is a ridiculously powerful deck, and if you want me to plant a video about how the strategy works, well, son, I just might got you. That was so corny, stop. I might be sowing the seeds of my doom. But yes, it is I. Callie still hasn't gotten my mask, so I will not work without my mask. Where is my mask? The Despia strategy is quite extraordinaire, my friend. A lot of players have been having an extremely hard time dealing with Mirrorjade. Not only does this card allow us to banish a monster on the side of the field, we can use it on our monsters if we want to trigger the effect of an Albion or any of our extra deck monsters that we want to send to the graveyard. It can also be used on your monsters, getting rid of them before you can gain their effects. But the card that everybody's been raving about is branded in red. Not only does it allow us to add a Despia or Albaz monster from our graveyard to our hand, we can fuse off the Mirrorjade into a powerful Guardian Chimera, which allows us to destroy and draw cards. Despia will forever take up a top tier slot. It is easily the best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! And you have to build the meta around it. Next is the strategy that I actually took to the Las Vegas Regionals and got 10th place with. I think we can all universally agree that Swordsoul is easily one of the best decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it has just a great matchup against most of the strategies on this particular tier list. Not only does Vishuda allow you to check Mirrorjade before they can genuinely want to activate its effect, and the Swordsoul deck is naturally good at being able to special summon, avoiding the Floowandereeze the Adventure, and also being able to get rid of the trap card at the least opportune moments. It can make some really scary, powerful boards going second and just straight up OTK the opponent. I personally think that Swordsoul is best served at going second because it has so many amazing going second cards, but the new Long Yuan Synchro definitely has a fit inside of the meta. It allows you to banish spell cards like Fateful Adventure before your opponent can gain its effects, and also banishes monsters on your opponent's side of the field, and inflicts 1200 damage, as well as giving you a free draw 1 when you synchro summon into a worm? Bro! It's better than better on the floor. Swordsoul is just really powerful at cracking boards, and when forced to go first, it can play up some pretty powerful floodgates and protect those floodgates, meaning that your opponent's gonna have a hard time cracking your board. Of course, if you want to see a Swordsoul deck profile, I just so happened to have put one up yesterday, and for my Patreon members, I'll be putting up deck profiles of some of the other strategies that I mentioned in this video, as well as giving you guys some sneak peeks and other awards. And lastly, I am extremely excited about YCS Hartford because the meta isn't 100% figured out. These are some of the best decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! And King Callie may be punching the air a little bit longer when he figures out that Eldritch is not going to be on this list. I'm actually going to be making a bold prediction for this 5th spot. And of course, I want you to join on in. I want you to post down below in the comment section, what are your top 5 decks this format? Or you can post your bold prediction. Be sure to type in bold prediction inside of your comment and then say the deck that you think is best. The 5th and final slot, I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say that Drytron is one of the best decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Drytron is another amazing strategy that can easily skirt hand traps. If you're not playing it correctly, this is a strategy that can really win because not only can it play through multiple hand traps and make a board, it actually has some game-winning cards. Take, for example, not only did Cyber Angel Benson allow this deck to search more fairies from the deck to the hand, it actually gave it another Cyber Angel monster to be able to use Natasha for, summoning itself to the side of the field and taking your opponent's monster. If you guys thought that Change Your Heart was a scary card, well, Cyber Angel Natasha just might be on Certified Lover Boy because this is genuinely the card that will take your heart out. This gives the deck viability when going second and breaking boards, but that's actually not the biggest threat that I'm talking about. The biggest threat to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta does exist inside of a Drytron strategy. It's actually a Morph Factor Pain monster. Okay guys, so its true name is a Morph Factor Pain, the Imagination Draco Over. Who comes up with these names? Like seriously, did you just get your 5-year-old son and have him think of the most weebish names? A Morph Factor Pain, the Imagination Draco Overlord, allows you to skip your opponent's main phase 1. What? And to make matters worse, a Morph Factor Pain actually has an even deadlier effect. While it is on the field, it completely negates the effect of Synchro, Exceed, and Fusion monster effects. Fusion. Synchro. What? I genuinely think that this is a huge wild card in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta, but I want you guys to let me know, what do you think is that 5th best deck? And that is all that I have for the top 5 decks post the May 2022 Forbidden List. If you guys want to catch me on Twitch, I am streaming at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I really hope to see you there. But of course, if you want to see more amazing content, you can go ahead and check out these videos and let me know if there's any other content you want to see. I hope you are having an amazing day, and of course, I'll catch you on the next video.